This video goes over how to add files from your Google Drive to Otus Bookshelf. We'll go over how Google and Otus integrate, Google Drive access within Otus, personal versus shared Google Drives, how to copy from your shared drive to your personal drive in Google in order to access in Otus, and sharing files with other users within Otus.
So the need to go back and forth between Otus and Google Drive or the whole entire G Suite is really important because we do live with both systems. And so within Otus, there's a couple ways that they play. You can access everything that's in the Drive or in the Google Suite in Otus, but there are some limitations to that. So if you wanted to add some resources from your Google Drive into Otus Bookshelf, there's a few ways to do that. First of all, you'll see Google Drive. This is not where you would go to add something to Otus. This is actually, you can access your Google Drive, your personal Google Drive through Otus. And so if I wanted to open this up, if I clicked on it, notice it's going to open it up. So that's really convenient if you're in Otus and you need to pop over your drive. That is where you would do that. Also, just a side tip, OpenEd is a resource if you wanted to search for a video for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade on coding. I'm just making that up. I don't know if they have a video on coding in here, but we're going to find out. And you hit search. These are all videos that you can then say, oh, I actually did mean the genetic code. Here's the video you can preview. If you like it, you can add it to your bookshelf. So just that's a few things over here, and this is shared with you within the Otus environment. So if another teacher has something in their bookshelf and they share it with you, it'll show up here. This video is really about adding resources from your Google Drive to Otus. So in order to do that on your bookshelf, you would hit resource or folder, but we'll go resource, and you would pick drive. So here's one thing that we need to understand. When you're adding from Google Drive, this does not pull from team drives. That is actually something that's pretty common with any entity that integrates with Google. They don't play well with team or shared drives. And so I know a lot of grade level and content area people do use team drives. So here's the workaround for that. This is my personal drive, and I'm going to go to the leadership team drive. And let's say I really wanted this dude be nice background. I'm not for sure what that is. I'm going to right click and I'm going to make a copy of that. So right here it says make a copy, and it's making a copy. What's nice about that, it's making a copy in my drive. So now that is in my drive. I would want to rename it, take copy off, maybe. So now when I go into Otus and I search dude, you can see that I can click that and I can save it, and now that is in my resource. On the other side, if I go to leadership drive and I search Martha, so I want to add from my drive, I search Martha. It's not pulling up that file because that is on a shared drive. Once again, you cannot add files that are in shared drives. I know this can be problematic because a lot of teams function using shared drive. What it's going to take is making a copy to yours. Now, once that's there, I can then share that with different groups. So if you make teacher groups, which that information will be coming out, and there are already some teacher groups in there, only one teacher needs to do this, then you can share it with that teacher group. So a best practice may be for the department chair or grade level lead, depending on if you're in elementary and middle school, to take all those files into Otus, and then they can share it with their teacher groups. So once again, just trying to help from frustration. If you're trying to find a file that is on a shared drive, you will not be able to find it in Otus. You need to move it to your personal drive. And this isn't just with Otus. Once again, a lot of entities that partner with Google do not play well with the team or shared drives. And this Google Drive over here is just a shortcut to get to your drive. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out to us at the district office.